All right, welcome. Welcome to the Southern Association of College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine, and I'm going to be your facilitator for today. Again, thank you all for joining us. So a few housekeeping items before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Another thing to note, your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists nor myself can see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions occurring, so be sure to view the website for additional sessions. And then finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week or so at the same website in which you registered. Before we get started, we do want to recognize our sponsors, Cambridge Assessment International Education. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our amazing panelists. Our first panelist for today is the University of South Alabama.
You. Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Henderson, and I am the Regional Recruitment Counselor for the University of South Alabama, or South for short. So South is located in Mobile, and it's located on the Gulf Coast of Alabama, which is home to over 14,000 total students, and we offer about 100 academic programs, including business, engineering, computer science, and the fine arts. A couple of unique programs in our fine arts is a glass arts and glass blowing program. Interested students can also apply to our honors college. And then we have early acceptance programs for the College of Medicine, College of Nursing, Physical Therapy, the College of Pharmacy, and Psychology. South is a dynamic community of leaders and learners who support and challenge one another to be actively engaged citizens who advance the Gulf Coast region and the world. South fosters an environment that couples engaging learning experiences with high-level research, enabling our faculty and students to be leaders in their field. Students also enjoy intramural, club, and Division I athletics, and over 250 student organizations, including Greek life, religious and political organizations, and special interest group clubs, all of which foster and build relationships, develop skills, and balance their academic career. Throughout our 5 medical components, Children's and Women's Hospital, University Hospital, the Mitchell Cancer Institute, USA Health Physicians, and the University of South Alabama College of Medicine, and supported by the College of Nursing and the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions, USA Health provides care to hundreds of thousands of people, and is a training ground for future physicians and healthcare professionals. Our students have an opportunity to learn by doing in the new 33,000 square foot simulation lab, and are even helping to administer the COVID-19 vaccines in our area. So attending South is affordable. Our 4-year renewable scholarships are automatically awarded and range from $2,000 annually up to full tuition. Some of our scholarships also include a study abroad stipend. Recipients of our freshman admission scholarships will also receive in-state tuition. In addition, students can apply for competitive scholarships after they've received a positive admission decision. The unique and beautiful Gulf Coast region is a catalyst for discovery and innovation, and our 1,200-acre campus has been transformed over the past decade with new facilities, including residence halls and recreation center, as well as new health sciences, arts, engineering, computer science, and even athletic facilities. If you're looking for a school where students discover and strengthen their career passions and form connections that result in lifelong relationships, then South is for you. We look at the world and see things that we have the power to change, affect, and shape every day, and we do that together. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll be considering South when you're ready to start applying to schools.
Thank you, the University of South Alabama. Up next, we have Ohio Wesleyan University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Courtney Dunn. I'm an Assistant Director of Admission here at Ohio Wesleyan University. or as we like to call it, OWU. Ohio Wesleyan is a small liberal arts college located just outside of Columbus, Ohio, in a small town called Delaware. A brief overview of a little bit more about us. We have 1,400 students on campus at any given time, coming from 44 different states and 28 different countries. The average class size is about 15 students. 95% of our students are either in grad school or employed within 6 months of graduation. We have lots of student athletes on campus. They make up about 37% of our student body, but about 70% of our students participate in some type of athletic experience, whether that's intramural sports, club sports, or varsity sports. We also have a strong culture of service on campus. Our students will average about 45,000 hours of service each year with only 1,400 students on campus. A lot of our students will also double major. Our curriculum is extremely flexible for students to really pursue the things that they're passionate about, whether that's biology and zoology or biology and music. We really do want students to pursue the things that they want to do. But then also 91% of our recent graduates will have participated in what we call an OWU connection experience. So what is the OWU connection? This is how we categorize all of our out of the classroom learning. And we do this in 3 categories: think big, go global, and get real. So what do we mean by think big? We're talking about research and interdisciplinary programs, whether that's through our summer science research program, where students stay over the summer and are paid to do research with our professors, or working one-on-one with their professor throughout the academic year. Going global, whether that be studying abroad for a full semester or doing a smaller abroad program over the summer. And then get real. Get real is how we categorize our practical experience, so internships and externships. Eva Blockstein is a really great example of how our students are utilizing all of those categories within the OWU connection. So really taking advantage of how can you build your own path and gain your own experiences. So travel learning is one of our going global opportunities where you study on campus for a full semester and then travel to wherever you've been studying at the end of the semester. So then we also have what we call the OWU Connection Grant, where students can write a grant to the university saying what they want to do, why they want to do it, and how it's going to benefit their education. And the university will fully fund those research opportunities for our students. And then she also took advantage, rounding it out with 3 different internships during her time. So the combination of all of those different types of experiences leading up to where she went post-grad to work in Fairbanks, Alaska. So a lot of ways that our students are gaining that hands-on experience during their time at Ohio Wesleyan. Like I said, we're located in a small town of Delaware where we have 6 different coffee shops within walking distance of campus for our students to go to study. But then we're also located just 20 minutes north of Columbus, Ohio, which is the 14th largest city in the United States. So our students are really taking advantage of those internship opportunities, social opportunities, or just going to a Columbus Blue Jackets game, which is our professional hockey team, or the Columbus Crew, which is our soccer team, when we're able to watch professional sports in person again, hopefully soon. But our students really do take advantage of both our small town environment, but also the big city as well. Our 5 most popular majors at Ohio Wesleyan are zoology, business, politics and government, health and human kinetics, and psychology. But that being said, we have over 60 different majors for students to choose from. And we have 29% of our students who are double majoring. So there's a lot of flexibility in our curriculum for students to pursue what they would like to do. We also have lots of renovation happening on campus right now as well. So given the pandemic, we've been able to speed up some of our construction projects. So Smith Hall, our first year residence hall, is getting a full renovation. They'll have a 24-hour dining hall, all you can eat dining hall, fitness facility, classrooms, gaming space, anything they could want all in one building for our first year students. Our seniors are also getting a brand new apartment complex on campus. And so they'll have new state-of-the-art facilities for all of our senior apartments. And then our basketball and volleyball team, their gym just got a complete renovation as well. And all of this will be done in the fall of 2021. So you're thinking, okay, how much does all of this cost? So I know the ticket price looks a little more intimidating for a private liberal arts school, but our in-state and out-of-state tuition are the same. Um, but our average student will pay about $18,000 a year, and 99% of our students receive some type of merit-based scholarship or need-based financial aid. And we bring that overall cost of tuition down through what we call our Branch Rickey Opportunity Promise. And this is a scholarship for $30,000 renewable each year for 4 years, as long as a student has a 3.6 GPA. That's the only requirement. And we don't recalculate your GPA. If your school says you have 3.6, that's what it is. And just because you don't have a 3.6, that doesn't mean you don't get any merit-based aid. It just means that we don't guarantee, that's my time, we don't guarantee the 30,000 per year. So that is a little bit more about Ohio Wesleyan. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Ohio Wesleyan. Up next, we have Florida Atlantic University.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to share a screen. My name is Renee Hamer, and I am here with my colleague, Claudia. Here at Florida Atlantic University, we have roughly 30,000 students, and we do have 6 different campuses, but each campus does serve a particular purpose. But you'll find that our main campus is here in South Florida in Boca Raton. We're about 45 minutes north of Miami, 30 minutes north of Fort Lauderdale, so very centrally located to a lot of really awesome places here in South Florida. We have over 170 degree programs. I'm not going to highlight all the statistics here. You can definitely see them for yourself for the sake of time. But with our academic side of things, you can see the different colleges that we have. And each college, you can think of it as a department on campus. So depending on what you want to major in, will fall into one of these colleges. We do have a honors college as well in Jupiter, Florida, if you're looking for a full honors curriculum all 4 years. And then we also have a graduate college. So you are able to make that transition into graduate school if that is something that you're looking to pursue as well. Here on campus, we are a research university. So you're going to have the opportunity to conduct research while you're on campus and also internships. And the really cool thing is you don't have to be a STEM related major to conduct research. So whether you're a humanities major or a science major, it doesn't matter. You have the opportunity for research. Research and internships, these things are really important because you're going to be able to put them on your resume and make yourself marketable for your career, which is a huge goal while you're here in college. So we're definitely here to help you succeed through that. With FAU, you're going to get a career counselor when you're here on campus, and they work with you to make sure your resume is where it needs to be, your interview skills are where they need to be. So many of our students have job opportunities before they even graduate. So our students are definitely prepared for the career field. Network opportunities. On the first slide, you saw that we do have a large alumni population. Our alumni are working with our students and really helping them gain network opportunities and career opportunities. So the alumni population is very strong and very active on campus. And we talked about graduate school as well, so definitely keep that in mind. And I am going to turn it over now to my colleague, Claudia. She is going to talk to you a little bit more.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Renee. Hi, everyone. Like Renee said, my name is Claudia. I mainly represent the Palm Beach County area. She did mention this before. We are in South Florida. We're in a really great hotspot, professionally speaking and socially speaking as well. So I'm a Florida native. I was born and raised in South Florida. So I can tell you we're not far from a lot of the art and culture that's happening down here in South Florida and around Florida Atlantic University. And we're just down the street from having your café con croquetas. It is amazing down here in South Florida. And we're not far from the beach either. So we have a beach down the street, 1.8 miles away from Florida Atlantic University. We have a shuttle that takes our students to and from that location, so you can simply just hang out with your friends, right? We have over 400 organizations that you can get involved in at Florida Atlantic University. Some way, somehow, you can make your lifelong friendships as well as build your leadership skills. And we are Division I at Florida Atlantic University, so we have free access to all of our games on campus, and we do have a football stadium on campus. If you were to ever visit FAU, you can visit that stadium while you are on tour. Awesome. These are the 3 steps to apply to Florida Atlantic University. You can apply on apply.fau.edu or the common application. We accept both. We don't see one greater than the other. What we essentially do is just pull the application out from the common app and review your application for FAU. We only look at test scores and grades, and how you submit that is the next 2 steps. So you self-report your grades through your self-reported academic record, and then submit your test scores through your application status portal. And you just self-report the test scores that you obtain on your ACT and SAT. Now, this is a middle 50% of students admitted for the 2020-21 school year. We are term specific, meaning depending on what you apply for, you may be admitted into the summer or fall, depending on your test scores and grades. Now you have the option and the ability to always update your application status portal with new test scores that you may receive throughout the year to be reconsidered for the fall semester. Say, for example, if you apply for fall, but were admitted into the summer because of your test scores, you have that ability to update it up until May 1st here at FAU. Awesome, and these are the minimum requirements to be considered for admissions here at Florida Atlantic University. The additional recommendations are for the College of Science, Engineering, and Nursing. So just make sure that you take a screenshot of this. If you are interested in any of those colleges, they want to just make sure that you are challenging yourself and taking calculus and being prepared for the specific colleges listed there. As we mentioned, we are term specific, so we do have entry for the fall and the spring semester. Now, these are pathways to pay for your cost of attendance at Florida Atlantic University. You have to make sure that you have your free application for federal student aid on file to see what you qualify for from the federal government, and also in terms of scholarships here at FAU. You want to make sure that you get your applications in before December 1st if we have any juniors here to ensure that you qualify for those merit-based scholarships. And that does conclude our presentation about Florida Atlantic University. Here is my information, and then Renee also has her information. So if you have any questions, take a screenshot and reach out to us so that we can further assist you on your application process.
Thank you, Florida Atlantic University. Up next, we have Pace University.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. My name is Juanita. I am one of the admission counselors at Pace University. I'm also the international liaison for the admission office. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Pace. So Pace has 2 strategic New York locations. We have a location located in downtown Manhattan. We're about a 5-10 minute walk from Wall Street, which is definitely prime real estate for all of our business students. Because we are so close. This particular campus is home to about roughly 6,000 undergraduate students. Of those 6,000 undergraduate students, we have about 72% of our students that do live on campus. We have 4 residence halls, 2 freshman dorms, and 2 upperclassmen dorms available for our students to take advantage of. Our Westchester campus is located 45 minutes north of the city. It's in a little town called Pleasantville. It's definitely your more traditional college campus. It's got our Division II athletics located up there, as well as some specific programs that are only offered on this campus, like our nursing program and our environmental science program, as it does give students access to those particular majors a little bit better than you would in New York. This particular campus does have a shuttle that goes between the 2 campuses several times during the day, so you are always welcome to take classes on either campus, but it also gives you great access to the city as well. We also have the Metro North, that is the train system in New York, available for students to take advantage of all of the internships and fun opportunities that are available in New York City as well. At Pace University, we have this really unique, great thing that we call the Pace Path. And what the Pace Path is essentially this 4-year customized plan that combines our strong academics, our dedicated mentors and advisors, and our career building internships to make sure that students are getting where they want to go or where they want to be by the time they graduate and they're getting ready to leave PACE and definitely be market ready individuals. The way I like to explain the PACE path, it's essentially your map, your roadmap from point A to point B. What classes, what double major, what minor, what internship, what mentor do you want, all the fun stuff that are really going to get you where you want to go by the time you leave PACE. One of the really important factors of the PACE path is the academics. So we do have over 150 majors, minors, accelerated and combined degree programs at PACE through our 6 different schools of study. So we do have the College of Health Professions, the Dyson College of Arts and Sciences, our Lubin School of Business, our School of Education, our Steidenberg School of Computer Science and Information Systems, and then our Elizabeth Hobbs School of Law, which has our 3-in-3 program, 3 years of undergraduate, 3 years of law school. You're done in 6 instead of 7. So it's definitely a really great program that a lot of students do take advantage of. We also take pride in our career services. Our students, on average, take about 4 internships during their time at PACE. We have had students graduate with a lot more internships than that. We had one girl graduate with 16 internships under her belt in her 4 years at PACE. It's definitely a perk being in the city, but students do get that hand-holding with our career services office. They do a resume writing workshop, an interview skills workshop, all of the fun things that you need to do to prepare to make sure that you're successful when you're getting out there to interview for all of the internships that you want. Perfect example, 2 really great students of ours. On top, she interned at the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. On the bottom, he entered with us. Just something really great that the students have done, a little example there. We do offer all of our students merit-based scholarships. Our merit-based scholarships are based off of your GPA if you are test optional, or your GPA and your SAT if you do decide to submit your SAT scores, though they are not required. And then that scholarship is yours for all 4 years as long as you maintain full-time status and whatever GPA is associated to it. We also encourage our students to file their free application for federal student assistance or their FAFSA application. It is super important. You do get all that federal funding, but aside from that, PACE does give institutional grants as well. So we always encourage students to take advantage of all of the assistance that we offer. As far as application requirements go, so we do take the Common App or the PACE app, either one. We have no preference. It's really up to you. Aside from that, we are looking for your high school transcript, your SAT or ACT scores if you decide to submit those to us. Again, we are PACE test optional. And then 2 letters of recommendation and your personal statement. As far as deadlines go, so these are typically annual deadlines. So if you are looking to apply to PACE for next year, these are just kind of the examples that we had this past year. So we had our early decision, which was November 1st. We had early action 1 and 2, which just gave students their decision faster. The first was November 15th. The second was December 1st. And then our school performing arts was December 15th. That one is very, very important. If you are interested in performing arts, that is a hard deadline. If you miss that deadline, you will not be allowed to audition. And then our regular decision and our nursing deadlines are February 15th. And then this is some contact information for our office. So this is the Office of Undergraduate Admission in New York City in Westchester, my information, and then our financial aid office as well. So if you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I would be more than happy to help you out. Or if you want to contact me, I am always available to chat via email or via phone. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Pace University. Up next, we have Loyola University, Maryland.
Thanks. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathaniel Brickhouse. I'm the Assistant Director for Regional Recruitment for Loyola University, Maryland. We're located in Baltimore, Maryland, and just in case you might get a little confused, there are 4 universities in the United States that have the name Loyola. Any of those are going to be Jesuit Catholic universities like we are, named after St. Ignatius Loyola. So if you are interested in any of the Loyolas, make sure that you're looking into and applying to the correct one. We're the one on the East Coast. So Loyola, Maryland is primarily a campus-based university, and we're about 10 minutes north of downtown Baltimore. So I like to think about Loyola as sort of the best of both worlds, where you really get that traditional college campus feel, but you have access to everything that Baltimore provides. And it's about a 10-minute car ride away to get to that downtown Inner Harbor area. So nearly everyone lives on campus their first year, unless you're commuting from Baltimore. And then 82% of our students choose to live on campus for all 4 years, even though it's not a requirement. So I think that speaks to the sense of community that we have on campus. Our dorms are also just very nice as well. Princeton Review rates our dorms 10th best in the country. So most students don't want to leave and want to continue taking advantage of that. And sophomore year onwards, your dorms are apartment style. So they're really exactly what you would get off campus anyway. It's also a very individual education and a very personalized experience. Our classes are very small. They're always taught by professors. And since you really do get to know your classmates and your professors, like I said, there really is a sense of community on campus. Here are some statistics. We are kind of that smaller to medium-sized liberal arts school. We have just under 4,000 undergrads. And like I already mentioned, our class size is very small. Average class size is 20. If you prefer the student to faculty ratio, that's 12:1. I always go with average class size because that's what you'll actually be dealing with day to day. We are a Division I university. We participate in the Patriot League. And since most of our students do live on campus, that means there's a lot to get involved with on campus, and there's a lot to get involved with outside of the classroom. Like I mentioned, most of our students do live on campus by choice. And then most of our students study abroad. 2/3 of our students will study abroad, which is huge. That's pretty much as high a statistic for study abroad that you'll find anywhere. So this is something that we really encourage our students to do. Every single major or minor can study abroad. Your financial aid will follow you abroad. So it is something that is accessible to everyone. And it's something that we as a university really want our students to do. Personally, one of my biggest pieces of advice is no matter where you end up going to college, study abroad. It's a really life-changing experience. As you can see here, we have 35 majors and more than 45 minors. And we really do offer most of the things that I'm asked about by high schoolers. We have a school of education, we have a business school, and then we have the School of Humanities and Sciences, which encompasses things like engineering, psychology, political science, forensic studies. And you don't declare your major until sophomore year. So you have time to breathe, figure it out, explore some of the things that you didn't have access to in high school, and then declare your major or majors and minors. And you can declare majors across schools. You could be an education and business double major, for example. For admissions, we have early action and regular decision. You're automatically looked at for merit-based scholarships, which I really like, no extra steps there. And merit-based scholarships this year ranged from 20 to 30,000. And most of our students do receive some sort of financial aid. So we really are trying to make this education as accessible and affordable as we possibly can. Merit-based scholarships are also completely independent from need-based scholarships, which would be the FAFSA, that federal form. And we're on the common application, so the CSS profile would factor into your need-based financial aid as well. And lastly, last thing you can see our kind of average admitted freshman profile, average weighted GPA of about a 3.6. And then you can see the average middle 50%, so that middle range of the SAT and ACT. But we are a test optional university, and we've been that way for about 10 years. So we're completely test optional when it comes to admission, and we're completely test optional when it comes to that merit-based scholarships. So that's really where I wanted to leave off. My last thing, because I know that was a lot of information, just in summary, if you're looking for a school where you really get to develop those relationships with professors, and you're interested in study abroad, you're interested in service, and you want to see the world and make a change in the world, Loyola University Maryland could be a great choice for you. Thanks.
Thank you. And finally, we have Washington University.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Lauren Speller. I'm an admissions officer here at WashU. I'm also joined by my colleague, Malmorn India, and we're really excited to tell you a little bit about WashU. To start, Washington University in St. Louis is a medium-sized research institution that excels in research, education, patient care. We offer graduate programs in medicine, law, social work, public health. Coupled with our undergraduate programs, this provides a diverse array of academic offerings that challenge our students to think in new and innovative ways. At WashU, the foundation of your experience is your academic experience. When you'll apply to WashU, you select one of our 5 undergraduate divisions to apply into. All of our undergraduate programs are direct entry programs. We offer the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest undergraduate division. It's really the liberal arts core of the university, and it's home to over 80 different majors and minors. The remaining 4 divisions are the McKelvey School of Engineering, the Olin Business School, the College of Art, and the College of Architecture. And once again, each one of these divisions are first year entry programs, so you're really able to start taking those classes that you're interested in right away. We also have a special program called Beyond Boundaries for students that are interested in interdisciplinary education and really looking at the intersections of areas across all those different divisions of study. And you're supported your whole time through your academic adventure by a number of advisors. We have supportive advising at WashU where you get a comprehensive team of advisors who will help you navigate all of your academic offerings, your extracurricular and co-curricular opportunities as well. So with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague.
Hey guys, once again, thank you for joining again. So as Lauren talked about the academic portion, I'll jump on the next slide and kind of talk about life at WashU, right? Statistics have shown that you spend a certain amount of time in classroom when you're in college, and I would say that would be about 20%. And the 80% when you're out of class, what are you doing? So opportunities, what is existing on campus. So whether you're interested in research, we are a tier 1 research institution, and we have an Office of Undergraduate Research where you can go to and find research opportunities as early as your freshman year, right? Or you're looking at studying abroad, you're looking at service in the St. Louis community. We are Washington University in St. Louis for a reason, and we want to make an impact in the city of St. Louis. Therefore, we want you to connect with offices that are on campus. We want you to be able to say that, you know, I repainted a mural with my group, club, and organization in a middle school in St. Louis, or I just, you know, went somewhere and picked up the trash and helped some elderly people do grocery shopping. All of that is having an impact in St. Louis, and it's not only limited in St. Louis, it's also anywhere around the world. And we know our students are champions and can do that. So multiple opportunities as far as study abroad, where we've been to multiple destinations around the world, but except for Antarctica. And if you're one of those people that is ready to get there with the cold and everything, no problem, we'll find connections. We have a strong alumni population that is present all over the world, and we think that you could be one of them as well. So opportunities is the key word. Opportunities are everywhere on our campus. And if you're ready to join any of those, feel free to get more information about WashU, and I'll pass it on to Lauren for the next one.
So as Mo mentioned, we're eagerly await a time that you can join us on campus. We know that we're not on campus right now, but trust us, campus is gorgeous. There's a few pictures on the presentation, but we've consistently been recognized as having one of the most beautiful college campuses in the country, as well as one of the most sustainable college campuses when it comes to things like operations, new developments, and our student body. So let me take a moment to encourage you, if you haven't already, to take our virtual campus tour, learn a little bit more, and really visualize what it is like to be on the WashU campus.
All right. And so to talk about the location, I think when I see this picture, what inspires me the most is the monumental, the beautiful Gateway Arch in St. Louis. So it's located in downtown St. Louis, and it's about 15 minutes away from the WashU campus. So what I usually tell students is that WashU is located on that safe line of city and county, where you're looking for that nice city vibe, you can find it on this side. Or you're looking for that chill residential environment, you can find it on the other side. We have a beautiful park, actually Picture Center Park in New York, and 500 acres larger, which is Forest Park, which is literally our front yard. Right next to campus, you can just cross the street and go there and relax and play some golf or run around or play with some friends and just sit there and talk. We have another beautiful area that I like. It's this street next to campus called the Del Mar Loop. And to picture the Del Mar Loop, just kind of give an example of restaurants and movie theaters and bowling alleys and coffee shops and brunch places. all of that in one street, and you can go there not only on Sundays but every day with your friends if you want to study solo, or if you want to go with a group of friends and grab cookies at 2 in the morning. So all of that in the beautiful city of St. Louis. If you're a fan of sports, you can find the hockey team, the St. Louis Blues, the 2018 national champions. You can find a brand new soccer team coming up very soon, or we had an XFL league. I don't know what happened with football, but hopefully it'll be back very soon. So a lot of opportunities again on campus and off campus. And I'll pass it on to Lauren to talk about the admissions and financial aid deadlines.
Yeah, so to quickly just touch on our admissions and financial aid philosophy, we're committed with working with students. We review all of our applications holistically, which just means that we seek to understand who you are in the context of your environment. We have a very flexible policy. We offer 3 different admissions plans, 2 early decision rounds, 1 regular decision round, and we're committed to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need for every student. And that's not just through financial aid, but also through scholarships. So when you're thinking about applying to WashU, know that academics are important, but we're also striving to get to know who you are as a student. And we're committed to bringing every talented student who's admitted to WashU. And with that, we'd like to conclude our presentation. On the next slide, you can see more information where you can learn more about our virtual offerings. And thank you all for joining us today.
All right, thank you, WashU, and thank you to all of our panelists. I would encourage all of our attendees, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in that Q&A session. In the meantime, I'm going to pose a question to our amazing panelists. If possible, would you all please turn back on your cameras, and we'll have our panelists respond to the question in the order in which they presented. So our first question here: give an interesting or a fun fact about your school.
So at South, we have, as I said, Division I sports, and we won our first ever SEC football game against Mississippi State 2 years ago. So that was a pretty exciting day to be on campus and to support the Jaguars.
For Ohio Wesleyan, we have a really extensive entrepreneur center, and we had 3 students who started their own businesses on campus. One was a nonprofit, one was an ecological initiative, and the other one was a Bitcoin investing firm. So it was a very interesting way for our students to start their own businesses, being funded by the university through our connection grants.
So here at FAU, we were actually founded in the 60s, and we are on an old Air Force base, but we're the Owls. And we are the Owls because there are owls we have preserves around campus where there are burrowing owls. So they live in the ground. So you can walk around campus and see them throughout campus, which it's really cool.
So at PACE, we, in a non-pandemic time, usually host Bravos inside the Actors Studio on campus. And so our students get to sign up for tickets to attend those tapings. As a alumna, as a student, and as a staff member, I've had the fantastic opportunity to see people like George Clooney, Johnny Depp, the cast of Modern Family, Daniel Radcliffe, who's just fantastic. And so it's just really fun night for the students. It's really great to see kind of like all the behind the scenes if you're interested in TV and production. So it's just a little fun to help me.
Loyola, like I mentioned, is a Division I school when it comes to sports, and lacrosse is our most popular. And every year we'll play Johns Hopkins, who's Division III in everything except lacrosse. They're D1 when it comes to lacrosse. It's called the Battle of Charles Street because they're literally right down the road. So a lot of bragging rights on the line. Last time we played, we won. Just throwing it out there. So I really love it.
All right, and since I talked about our front yard, which is for us, but I'll talk about another one, which is 13 Carnival. So, and it's the oldest student-run carnival in the nation that is happening every year at WashU, and it's students making all these nice structures and Students are joining from either on campus but the whole St. Louis community also is invited, where they can come in and enjoy what a student life looks like. And yeah, it's a very fun carnival, a very fun event that we have on campus, and all of us are proud of that as well.
Wonderful. So one additional question. Can you share advice for someone applying to college? What advice do you have for someone applying to college?
So my advice is be open. The school that's right for your best friend isn't necessarily right for you. So be brave. Explore a school you've never heard of, or a school that you know would be a good fit, but your friends aren't thinking about, because you're still going to be friends. You can always see them and stay in touch, but you're paying in a lot of cases for your education. So make sure that you pick the school that is the best fit for you, and then worry about the other stuff after that.
My piece of advice would be twofold. Stress less. I know that's easier said than done. But the decision that you make, like you're making this for yourself and you are choosing the community. Finding a major is really important as well, but you're also joining a community for 4 years. So really find a place where you feel at home and that you feel like you're going to thrive and that you can see yourself in for 4 years, because it's more than just going to school. It's going to build community to set you up for the rest of your life.
I definitely agree with those that went before me, but to add to that, I would definitely say financial aid is really important. And I know sometimes that's definitely the boring side of trying to really get to college, but it's definitely worth putting in the extra time to really see the scholarship opportunities that are out there, because there are a lot that can really help make your college journey affordable. So kind of focusing on that side too a little bit, I think is important.
So I would say visit campus. Even though like we're in a pandemic world, we might be able to offer you something different, completely different and unique online. I think all of us have a lot of really great opportunities for you all to take advantage of. But I always kind of have the corny saying of visit college, attend all of these different events, because you're going to have your say yes to the dress moment at this college, where it's going to be like, oh my God, this is where I see myself for the next 4 years. And you might not have that moment if you've never visited or you've never participated in any of those activities that we're offering you all. So make sure you take advantage of everything that we're offering you. Take that online class, do that online game night that we're doing, because you never know, that sense of community that comes across, might be that one thing that makes you kind of feel at home, and that this university might be the place for you.
For me, similar to doing the research about the entire university that you're looking at, you can also do research about a specific academic program or major that you're interested in. And a lot of times admissions offices will do specific online events or have like a talk given by the professor. So in addition to getting a sense for the university as a whole, you can also start to develop those relationships with a professor and see if that's a place you could picture yourself attending for 4 years.
I would add, make a friend in your admissions officers and financial aid counselors. We're all here to help you throughout this process, whether you have general application questions or university specific questions. We just want to help you get to your next step. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. No question's a dumb question. I cannot reiterate that enough. We're all here to help you and can definitely, if not answer your questions, point you in the right direction of someone who can.
Wonderful, wonderful. So again, I just want to thank our amazing panelists for joining us, taking time out of their busy day to share all of this helpful and extremely useful information to all of our attendees. We are now approaching the end of our session today. To all of our attendees, as you close out this session, there will be a survey. So please take some time, if you have some, to complete that survey. I also want to encourage you all to sign up for additional sessions. And then finally, as a reminder, this recording will be available in about a week or so. And so again, you will visit the registration site and you'll be able to review the recording once more. I hope that everyone has a great night. Again, thank you so much to our amazing panelists, as well to all of our amazing attendees, and have a great night.